Guys, so today what I'm going to be doing is just telling a story about what happened. This is going to be two stories in one video. The gameplay you are going to be seeing is just me playing Assassin's Creed in the first half and then going for a bit of a cruise on some vehicles in the Crew 2. This is in like the second bit. I hope you guys enjoy. Remember to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and hope you enjoy the video. Let's get into it. Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is, of course, MiloTrick MX. Today I'm going to be telling you guys a bit of a story about the time I was at some social football and I watched an adult get smacked in the face. So this happened a little while ago. Not going to go into details or anything like that, but so this guy, we're gonna call him Steve, was on my team, and this guy, Jeff, is on the other team. Not using real names or anything. So I'm playing this social football, and I go on, and Steve goes on around at the same time, and we meet. And before the game, I get told by the person who's like running it that this Jeff fella's a bit of a retard. Like he's a bit of a dick. No one really likes him. Anyway, so I go on and he seems fine. He's all friendly with me. So he like compliments me on how I'm playing. And mind you guys, I'm a rugby player, so I'm useless at football. In football, I have two left feet and I'm right-footed. That's like how I play. Anyway, so at the start, so Steve goes for the ball, bumps into Jeff, and Jeff doesn't really like it. So then Jeff goes into a contest with Steve and bumps him. Or actually it was no, sorry, Jeff bumped Steve first, then Steve bumped Jeff, and then Jeff sort of turned to this Steve character and says, "Oi, cut that out. You know what you're doing. Cut it out. Don't be ridiculous. This is supposed to be social." So there's a bit more push and shove and this and that. And later on they run into each other again, and this is when it started to heat up. So like they were full on running. Keep in mind this is social football, full speed running in, pelting each other, just shoulder barging each other, like. And I'm just chilling here, like this is fun. Just yep. Let's go, guys. So people from each team. People from my team are telling Steve to calm down. People from his team are telling Jeff to calm down. And I don't know, a whole bunch of stuff just goes down, and oops, sorry. All this goes down, and yeah, it just escalates and escalates and escalates. So they come off for a bit, cools down. They go back on, bump into each other. This time there's a bit more chatter. Bit more this, bit more that, and yeah, it gets a bit more aggressive. So then when they go for a challenge in the air, so the ball's popped up in the air, and Steve charges in, and Jeff's already sat there, so Jeff's waiting for the ball, and when Steve comes in to take the ball, he literally headbutts Jeff. Like, he headbutted him, and when he came off, he had a fat lip. And because there's about 4, 5, 15-year-olds in our team. Keep in mind, this is like mostly adult football. But he headbutted him. So I saw that go down, and then someone on the sidelines telling them to calm down, boys. This is stupid. Why are we doing this? There's kids here. What are we doing? This and that. And then the guy decides to spin around, chat to him, and then full on Mike Tyson just bang right to the jaw, drops him. Then this fella David from my team jumps in the middle of them and starts pushing them back and pushing them back. And again from the sidelines you hear people saying stuff like, "Oh, calm down, boys, what are you thinking? Why are you doing this?" And then so this all goes down, and I saw the punch and I saw the headbutt, and I still can't believe that it happened, to be honest, at social football. And after all this, like, I don't know, a lot went down, and then afterwards, Steve came and apologized to us and was like, boys, I shouldn't have done that, because it was like four or five, 15-year-olds and 14-year-olds there, so we're just chilling, and he comes out and apologizes and says what he did was wrong and he should be more of a role model. So after this, all this goes down, and then so we chat to him for about 5 minutes about how it wasn't that bad, and then he sort of says, oh, I wasn't the bigger man, and then one of our group, this is really stupid, was like, oh, well, he wasn't the bigger man either. Well, yes, but you shouldn't headbutt people and you shouldn't punch people. But I still can't believe I watched an adult get smacked in the jaw. It was ridiculous. I went back on after, and the guy was really nice to me, so Jeff was actually really nice to me. So then later on after the game, I learned that Steve, that like last year, Steve had actually taken out Jeff a couple of times in separate games. So Jeff thought that Steve had it out for him, and yeah, so oh yeah, and this goes down, and then afterwards we're having a drink. I had ginger beer, some of them had cokes, and as I said, Steve came over and talked to us for a bit, and yeah, it was a bit of a shambles. But then we moved back outside to a different location because we went back in and I got a coke because I was thirsty, and we're just chilling, and then he rides over and he starts being all friendly, says to us that we all played well and this and that, and how we should all play reps. So trying to make it seem like that Steve was in the wrong. Which, to be fair, you shouldn't headbutt people, but you shouldn't punch people either. But I just sort of went along with it, decided, well, if people are gonna be like that, they're gonna be like that. There ain't much you can do about it. Just live and let go. So this all happens, and after all that, we're chilling, and the guy is a cyclist. Of course he's a cyclist. Comes over on his bike, just pedal, 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 pedal. This is Jeff we're talking about. Jeff comes over and he's like, oh, well done, guys. You all played so well. And, you should all be proud of what you did today. And not once did he mention the fact that he smacked a fella in the face at social football. So, that all goes down, and I'm like, hey, we should be chilling. This is probably, not the best idea. So, yes. This next week, we show up to the game, and, there was another game on that week, because it's weekly. So there was another one, and then, so I'm like, hang on a minute, where's Steve? And I hear that Steve has got a 3-game suspension. And I believe that Jeff got a suspension as well. I don't know for how long. But I'm just thinking, why? What is the point of headbutting someone? Like, I don't know. It was ridiculous to me. The fact that someone in front of kids would headbutt someone. And I was just like, whoa. Why? Just what is the point? And then there'll be a bit of a... I'll tell a story again after this with what's left of the video. There's like two parts. One of them is the story, and the other one's another story that happened the next week. So this all happened, and I was like, where is he? And then I got told that actually he got a 3-game suspension. So yeah, that's that done. And then, yeah, it was a bit odd. And so that all happened. And I'm just like chilling there. And anyway, that's all I have on the story so far. He ended up getting suspended. That's my story about how I saw an adult get punched in the face by another adult. Thank you guys for watching this first part of this video. The next part is another running-in we had with a different person at the football the next week. So yeah, I guess we'll just get right into that. So guys, the second part of this video is going to be again at the social football. By the way, by football I mean for some people it's soccer. I hang out with people that play it quite a bit, and they do not accept me calling it soccer, so I call it football. And then, so this week on Social Football Fights. So basically, this is a different story. The guy that runs the thing for us, we'll call him Tom. So Tom is keeping for us because it's what he does. He doesn't really like to go up. He just enjoys running it for us. And Tom has a bit of a sore back for whatever reason. Something's happened to him, and so he can't kick the ball. He can only throw it out of the goal. So then this guy. So there was a challenge, and this guy we have, we'll call him Bob. So Bob comes into this challenge. It's a bit rash, but Bob's a bit clumsy and bumps into someone. Because Bob's quite a big guy. He got all the ball, but the guy trips over. And then the guy that Bob trips over stands up, comes flying in, and does it 3 times. Trips him over 3 times. And so that was there, and it wasn't great, but what can you do about it? So after this, after he trips him over 3 times, at the end of the game, their keeper, who was a bit of he was a silly human being. Anyone who wears skins on their legs at social football is a bit of a douche. So there, he comes up to us at the end, and because David from earlier in the video was there as well, he wasn't involved with it. He was trying to split the people up earlier, but so their keeper, the sweaty fella, comes up to Bob and says, "You need to be careful. Why would you do that? That's a free kick. That's a foul. That's this. That's that." And Tom comes in and says, "Actually, it was all bull. It may have been a bit clumsy, but it was all bull." And then David comes in to back him up and says, "So you're telling me that it wasn't different about the 3 challenges after that? Excuse me. You're telling me that retaliation is all right?" And at this point, the guy's trying to defend himself, "Oh no, no, no." And there was almost another scrap, and it got a bit serious, but yeah, it gets a bit interesting with some of the stuff that happens. So yeah, that's my social football play every week, and there's a bit left in this video. I might commentate on a bit of it, but most of it's just going to be driving around without talking. Hope you enjoyed. Remember to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.